Today we're going to look at how to set up wallpapers, which is the iPhone feature that allows us to put favorite pictures right on the front of the phone on what's called the lock screen. The first thing I'd like us to do is to make sure we're all starting from the iPhone home screen. The home screen is where the apps are. So if you're still looking at the lock screen with the date and time display, maybe a wallpaper you set up in the past, swipe up from the white bar at the very bottom of that screen, and that will land you in the home screen. If you're seeing all the apps, you're on the home screen. If you have an older iPhone model or an SE model either, then press the home button to take you to your iPhone's home screen. All right, so we're all viewing our iPhone's home screen with all its apps. Now, look around amongst your apps for the Photos app. In case you need a refresher, its app icon looks like this, and the label underneath reads Photos. Tap it with a single tap to launch it. Now the Photos app has launched, and you're viewing a screen that looks like one of the following. The Photos home screen, which is a grid interface. Or perhaps you're viewing a single image. It depends where you left off last time you used the Photos app. If you're seeing the library view, that can be a little confusing. To get out of the library view and get back to the home screen view for the Photos app, just tap the X and it'll return you to that initial home screen view of the Photos app. Now, you may have entered the photo information view by accident. You would have done so by tapping the I button below the photo. To escape that view, we tap the highlighted I button. You see how it becomes blue when you interact with it? So essentially, you can toggle the information view to see data about that single image. For now, it's probably best to undo that I tap, that button, so you're seeing your image in the standard uninterrupted single view. It's also important for me to mention there are two common versions of the Photos app. One that runs on older iPhones, and it looks like this. And the other version of the Photos app that runs on newer iPhones, like this. Lastly, if you've never used Photos at all, or recently updated it, then you're likely seeing what's called an onboarding screen. Onboarding screens are welcome screens that tell you a little bit about the app you're about to use. You get rid of them by tapping on the big blue button. You might have to scroll down to reach that big blue button, depending on your iPhone size and text size settings. All right, so regardless of whether you have an older version or a newer version, this pattern I'm going to describe works the same for both. The pattern is this. You're in the grid view and you tap on an image, and then that takes you into a single view, and you're seeing that image nice and large. To exit that single view, tap the back button at the top, which is that V on its side. And sometimes it has a label that says back, or it has a label that says the name of the section where you're going back to. Either way, that's where you tap to go back, in this case, to the grid view. And then you can select a different photo, go into the single view, observe it, make a choice. If you don't like it, hit that back button, go back. Okay? So let's all make sure we're trying that now, experimenting with reviewing some photos and looking for one that we think we'd like to work with, at least temporarily, for today's exercise. All right. We have a photo we're ready to work with, and we are viewing it in the single view. I'll show you now how we make that image into a wallpaper. We tap the Share button on the bottom left. It's the box with the arrow exiting the box. This brings up what's called the Share sheet. Scroll slowly until we find the item that says Use as Wallpaper. Voila! We tap that Use as Wallpaper, and it creates a preview of what the wallpaper will look like on our iPhone's lock screen. And now you see that preview, and you see an add button in the top right. So let's tap the add button. And then now you see a big blue button that reads set as wallpaper pair. And let's confirm that. And now, wait, what? Where is it? I can't see it. Did I do something wrong? No, you didn't. I'm being dramatic and I'm joking. To see it, we need to put our phone to sleep and wake it up, because that's how we'll access the lock screen where it resides. I'll show you in the next video how to put the phone to sleep and wake it up so you can see your wallpaper.